Well, you could use your position, as the roommate, and then I would use, the strongest tool at my disposal, my sexuality.
Her rose of a mouth, while his pulsating tool.
I may have to pull out my special tool for this job.
Yes, it's actually not a bad marketing tool.
Not the sharpest tool in the box, the worm, is he?
Fear became the ultimate tool of this government, and through it, our politician was ultimately appointed to the newly created position of High Chancellor.
Dual dynamically with the lyrical tool.
You're not the most subtle tool in the shed, are you?
To loosen the lock ring and nut assembly that holds the accelerator linkage rods together, a special tool would be needed, several in fact.
You're definitely a tool, but I'm sorry.
And then they'll crack open your claws with a tool, like pliers, and they'll suck out what little flesh you have with their mouths.
A much more efficient writing tool.
X-Force is just a marketing tool designed by Fox executives to keep Josh Brolin employed.
Listen to the tool.
It's an evaluation tool we use to separate applicants.
Blue Darter, your tool bag is on the river bottom.
This kind of manic episode, I would think that Librium might be a more effective management tool.
It was a medical tool, but as a tool to bring peace.
She's got a power tool in the bedroom, dear.
Drool is a tool, kids.
For the Schlumberger Tool Company here in Houma, Louisiana, which helped provide arms to David Bear and his Cubans.
Tool of choice of Hemingway, Kerouac, Fleming.
You'll still have tool come.
The only tool in your room is you.
1,000 kisses later, will she still remember the taste of my tool on the tip of her tongue?
I told you I was forced to bring a new tool to bear.
And everybody is terrified of screwing with it for fear of losing it or suffering the consequences of God knows what, which is why it can only be used as a retroactive tool.
You must pierce their side with a tool.
I just don't understand how to use the select tool.
Adolescence is a marketing tool.
If there's one thing I know, it's the importance of the right tool for the job.
This saw from Bruno Hauptmann's tool chest makes markings identical to those found on the ladder used in the crime.
Be a fucking tool of suburban blue-haired regional theater subscribers.
I was the tool and you were the victim of Gavin Elster's plan to murder his wife.
You pick the one right tool.
I don't want to have to use sex as a tool, Brad.
He had a second tool, too.
Not to be forward, but umbilical blood can be an incredibly effective tool in treating leukemic patients.
And that's a tool we can use wherever we are.
Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool.
I have located my project and am requesting my tool bag.
We don't know if they understand the difference between a weapon and a tool.
Because you insult me by sending them a tool.
I need to know what kind of cutting tool to use.
Modified cell phone interfaced with a laptop computer creates an enormously powerful tool.
On the other hand, you must say that a cake fork is a rather practical tool.
Who better to oversee and implement such a tool?
She has come for a tool. Did you explain to him it's tool of war?
Look, I'm not saying that medication can't be a useful tool to help somebody like this.
Tool, T-H.
And I just really need to find this thing.
And hypnosis is the perfect tool for what you want. I don't need to know what it is.
No tool marks.
Dorothy, this guy would go home with a gardening tool right now if it showed interest.
Till recently, I didn't recognize what a powerful tool you could be in the right hands.
About this tool?
That's being a tool.
When things go wrong, spreading the blame is an essential medic survival tool.
I require a cutting tool.
They rushed him to the emergency room, and I got padlocked out in the tool shed with the lights out.
Hi, Stephen. This is Adam Pennenberg from Forbes Digital Tool.
He was merely the tool of your betrayal.
The scarf is merely a training tool.
Lower your tool bags!
A burn is a flint tool for grooving wood and bone, antlers especially, to make spear and harpoon points.
Oh, Agent Starling, you think you can dissect me with this blunt little tool?
I don't remember you wearing a tool belt at your coming out party.
I'm tool pusher and we're testing this automated derrick of hers.
Actually, I got all my dough buried under the tool shed.
She went back to the hole in the ice because she needed a tool to cut the sickness out of the herd.
Lumberjack's tool.
We strongly recommend it on all our customer power tool investments.
We have another tool gun.
My tool will drop off before you show up these days.
You know, the optical and astronomical tool that dates back to the time of Anaxagoras.
What a fucking tool.
And instead of going to jail for the rest of his life, the CIA turned him into a recruiting tool.
The guy's a total tool.
Well,
Believe it or not, I got a flamethrower in my tool shed.
Girls grow up here. Every time they see a tool belt, they get moist.
You are the tool by the means of which few have kept the many in chains.
I had to strap on my tool belt.
And is therefore an ineffective tool for making complicated polysyllabic sounds.
Not a very subtle tool, but the results will be of interest to the board.
The standard burglar tool was found on you when you were arrested.
This paper has been written. A tool of medicine.
You let the tool...
It's a tool.
It's a tremendous tool of communication.
Mr. Tool, is it a towel of your wife's washing?
It was okay, though, because at least he was beating us. He wasn't thinking about taking us out to his tool shed.
Gun is a tool, Marion.
The other guy is such a tool.
Tool for fighting. It's perfect for small homes, carports, and tool sheds.
This is my most important tool.
Ypsilanti Machine and Tool Company.
Your rifle? It's only a tool.
It's a powerful tool.